So cars, right? Some days you have good days with them, others bad days. Now yesterday was a bad day for me because Cole decided to throw up some more rust. Now I've had Cole on the road now for probably about 8 months and everything has been good, but this one little spot of bubbling. Now I tried and tried to ignore it and just thought, oh, maybe it's something trapped under the paint. The other day, I decided to poke it with a pick and it actually went straight through the metal. So we have a problem. We have more rust in the Patrol. Today, I'm gonna show you guys what was going on because I did attack it a little bit yesterday and I didn't film anything. So I'm gonna show you what's going on and then we'll try and fix it. Now I'm hoping that I actually got to this early enough to make this a pretty easy repair, but I have no idea yet until I actually start fixing it. So let's have a look. This kind of sucks. Now coming along the side of the car, we notice couple little speed holes in the thing. Every drill bit hole was a tiny little bubble that I noticed. And the first one actually started on this hole here. I was watching it and it got bigger and bigger. Never a good thing. And then this one started. So I decided to finally attack it, open it up, have a look at what we're dealing with. The thing that sucks about this is if the metal is damaged too much, even when I go to weld this, it's actually just gonna blow through and it's not gonna weld up. And then the obvious thing that sucks as well is that we need to repaint pretty much the cab. I don't know how Raptor repaints. I've never repainted over Raptor. So I think it's gonna be basically repaint the whole side of the car. So yeah, it actually sucks that we found this, but I think I got to it early enough. Now coming in from the passenger side of the car, looking over, you can see I've cut a massive hole in the side of the car, which kind of friggin' sucks. But I did actually manage to take out a piece that was in there. I found this thing inside. Now what this is basically your little air vent, so when you shut the door, the air can actually escape. So you can see in there was the back of actually one of these, and that was sitting up like that. Now what they actually did is they seam sealed right around the outside and basically just spot welded in 3 spots that to the back of here. And what actually happens is the rain was obviously leaking in, it would pool along the bottom here where the seam sealer is, which is along the bottom of this edge, and actually it's just started rusting. So it started rusting the whole bottom of there. Now obviously when I cut this open, it looked pretty friggin' bad, but I did actually wire wheel all inside of there, and what you can see there, that black stuff, that's actually rust converter and primer. I wanted to do that yesterday just so it was ready today to actually do some repair work. You can kind of see just how chewed that metal is underneath there, which is not great, and I'm not looking forward to trying to patch this. I did actually already go around and just clean this up. It was actually quite a fair bit longer, so we did lose a lot of metal on this piece, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to fix it because what I can actually do is just seam seal right around this again, make sure it's all painted and ready to go, seam seal around it, and then I can just put like 4 little tack welds in to hold it in place, and hopefully the seam sealer will do the rest. With the holes in the cab, I'm actually just going to go through with the welder and just try and patch those holes up as best as I can. Now I'm pretty sure that that metal in there is quite thin at the moment, so I don't think we're going to have much luck with the welder, but I need to try it. Other than that, we have to literally cut this whole piece out and then go to a wrecked one and cut that out and then reform it out of a wrecked one. I don't really want to do that, guys. I'd rather fix this. Now, I'm obviously pretty bummed out to find this, but at the same time, I'm glad I found it when I did and didn't let it get too much worse because it was going. Now, when I go to paint this little area, I'll probably end up having to do the whole side, which actually isn't really a bad thing because you can see from when I had the 37s, it's actually chipped a little bit here and there. So I'm not all that bummed out about painting this whole side. I honestly might even give the whole car a nice little flick and build up that coat because it does scratch quite easily, this Raptor. More rust on old Cole. He can't get away from it, can he? The old cancer gets him every time. Bogan Buster's looking freaking meaty on those 35s. Right, I'm gonna start stripping this paint back using just a wire wheel so I don't take out any more metal than is necessary, and we can just have a look from there. I am starting to panic a little bit. I bloody thought after the Bogan bus I wasn't going to be patching any more rust, but here we are, patching some more rust. Always more rust. Can never get away from the bloody rust. So I got the welder turned quite a fair bit down. You can see the dial's like literally
Want to go a little bit less on the volts, 11, and then get down to like 2 amps.
I've got some wet rags sitting behind it, and one of the Bogan Busters door cards are coming clutch right now to protect the seat. So I'm going to start trying to just fill some of these holes, and hopefully boys, we can bloody sort this out. Boys and girls, I mean. This is not fun. This is not fun at all. As you guys can see, that looks pretty dog shit, if I'm gonna be honest. It's actually taken the weld a lot better than I thought, except for this bit here. The thing that sucks is we've got this line, this like crease coming through here, and it's quite a like noticeable shape. So I'm hoping that I can get that shape back. What I'm gonna do now is, because this is so built up, is I'm actually gonna go over the back and weld them. Kind of hard to explain, but if you picture the metal being nice and flat, I've built up like almost a bridge, so that if I grind it off, it's going to just be a hole again. So my thought is, if I go around the back and fill the back with weld as well, we've got plenty of metal to start shaping. So hopefully this dodgy ass repair is going to work. Righto, that is now welded front and back, so it is time to start the grinding process. Now, grinding and shaping this sort of area is going to kind of suck as well. Nothing about this job is going to be fun. It's kind of nerve-wracking, guys. I honestly didn't think that I would be cutting back open some fresh paint. Give up the smoking, man. The cancer's getting to your butt. Honestly, so close to calling it quits on this and just trying to find a cutout, because this is just blowing holes left, right and center. As soon as I flap that back, it just cuts through and I get another hole. It's just not working the way I wanted it to. So this is sort of my last attempt, guys. If this doesn't work, then I am basically just going to call it quits and get a new cutout. I think this is the furthest I can get with this, with the tools that I have. So what I'm going to start doing is laying some bog and basically just bog up all the pinholes and all that and shape it back and see if I can make it look a little bit factory. I don't think I'm very happy with this. I would love to actually just take a cutout from another car and pop it in and then just stitch weld it back together. But I am going to try and bog it first. If I'm not happy with the look of it in the end, I am just going to replace it with another panel. But for now, this will do. And yeah, we'll see what happens, eh? We can only try. I have zero idea how this is going to turn out. I'm not very happy with it at all. I'd rather just do the cut and get it over with. I'm actually pretty happy with this, to be honest. This is how it's looking. I had to use 2 lots of bog on that. But you can see I've sort of just shaped this line. I've shaped the shoulder a little bit. So you can see that edge there is pretty well bang on. And I think once that's all painted, you won't even notice it. So I am pretty bloody stoked with that, actually. That was bloody touch and go there for a while. I did not think that I would be able to get that good. So a little bit more shaping to go, then I'll start smoothing the bog out so it's nice and flat. And yeah, then I can get some primer on it and we can have a look. Righto guys, that is pretty much the finished product. I am done with this. I think it turned out pretty good. That little nick isn't me, by the way, that was already there. Moving on from here, now that I'm happy with that, we still have, hopefully it's not too dark, we still have the inside of that. I have actually primed and painted the inside of that. And this is the piece that goes on the inside. I've also primed and painted in gloss black that. So this is ready to basically get stuck on the inside of that again. This bottom bit used to come out about there, and then they had a tab off it, and they tack welded it up the top, and they also tack welded it down the bottom. So what I'm actually going to do is just silicone it, and hopefully it stays on, because I don't really want to tack weld anymore. I'm done with the welder. I'm just going to run a bead, a generous bead of Sikaflex right around that, and I'm basically just going to try and sneak it up inside there and just stick it in, and hopefully it doesn't fall off overnight and it stays there. That actually worked better than expected. What I've done is I used the pick and I actually pushed some in there, and I filled just the top of the hole. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, sorry for the shoddy footage, but I've gone right around it, inside and out. So I've squashed it up on its own silicone and then gone right around it. But I think just adding those little, I don't know if you guys can see in there, those little bits in those wells means it can't actually seep down inside. I don't think we're going to have any issues with the rust coming back on that. What I've done is I pulled it all off yesterday. It looked really bad. I should have taken a photo. Honestly, I thought the body was ruined. Pulled that off. I wire wheeled it. I used a rust converter and primer over that. Now I've primed it, painted it, and then Sikaflexed it. I don't think anything can get past that. All of that's actually a very good result for what I found. I honestly was starting to panic. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to get a new body. I'm gonna have to go through all that again with the issues in the rust in the roof. And yeah, it was just a nightmare thing to see a car that you've just finished building bubble out rust again. So hopefully we've ejected that rust forever and it never comes back, because I hate rust. So that is finally finished. I'm very glad we attacked that today, and I'm happy with the end result. I'm very happy to see it finally back together with no little pinholes in it. Because today's video is probably very short, much like the Bogan Bus ones have been, and I'm sorry about that. It's just very boring content, sanding and all that sort of stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film a quick little update on the patrol, let you guys know what's happening, what my plans are with it. Probably the number one thing I get told is that Cole needs a locker. Oh, look at that, a bloody locker. So this is the locker that is going in the front of the patrol. Now I've actually had this for a while, but I haven't put it in yet, but I am very excited to put this in. Now Full Drive Systems, there they are there. They actually sent this out completely free for me to try out. Now what I've read on the internet and what I've been told, a front locker, especially on a patrol with the LSD rear, is definitely the way to go. So the only thing I'm waiting on to do that is a full front end rebuild. I am waiting on like a swivel hub rebuild kit, wheel bearings, kin pins. I want to do the whole lot. I even want to do the studs up the front, like replace every single stud. Just a full front end rebuild. So that is definitely going to happen at some point. I just don't know when. But thanks to Full Drive Systems for sending this out. Be sure to check out Full Drive Systems website. They have heaps of stuff on there, and they're actually very nice guys to deal with. Now the other thing that I have on my mind to do is a top mount intercooler or front mount intercooler. I'm leaning more towards a top mount, and I'm leaning towards doing a 79 bonnet scoop. Now a YouTube channel named Shed Built done one on his 79 Troopy, and I pretty much copied that, like a fiberglass 79 scoop and then mold it in. I'm just kind of scared. I've never worked with fiberglass, so I'm kind of scared to do that, but I'm sure I could figure it out. So definitely check out his video if you guys want to see that. It actually turned out sick. So yeah, if I want a top mount, I'd do a 79 scoop. And then I also promised everyone on Instagram about 6 months ago, possibly even longer, that I would be doing a grandpa spec visor. And I'm still going to keep my promise on that. I actually went to buy one the other day, but then they wanted $150 for shipping and I backed out. So yeah, I would absolutely love to do a 79 scoop and a grandpa visor. I think that would transform the look of this by far. Now I've always wanted to make a bull bar, so I really want to give it a crack. It's kind of the reason why I haven't bought a winch or anything yet, is I want to try and make my own bull bar. I kind of will copy this a little bit, but there is a lot of things I also want to change. Now with making a new bull bar, I do want to get brush bars. Now the only thing that's stopping me from doing brush bars is making the bull bar. So it's got to come in a chain reaction, but I want to get the shed set up so I can do metal work better, and then we can start attacking this. So my plan was to bring a scrub bar up, across, down, tie it into a slider. I also want it disconnectable here. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Now, the slider that I want to get comes out and then has a kick panel. You right, Deez? Oh, bloody attack me, you dog. What, you just shape up on people like that, eh? You want to go me, bar? You want to go me? Right, so the slider I want to build comes out and has a kick panel on it. And with that kick panel, I really want to build something here and tie it into the tray to protect this part of the vehicle here. I don't know what that's called, the bloody hip. Now, with that tying into the
tray there. I also want to build a tray slider. So basically it'll be a bar coming out, or like a tie down rail. I kind of want to protect this guard, but I will have to pump it out a fair bit, obviously, to protect that guard. So I want this thing like pretty well armored up to take on any track. I don't want to back down off anything. So the front locker, the bar work, definitely going to help with that. Obviously we've got the suspension.
So that's basically all I have planned for it at the moment, apart from a couple of other little things. I do have like a custom center console that a company sent me that I want to put in, and yeah. Oh, hang on. Also, I've had these for a while too, but I also have these PSR 3-inch raised shock mounts. Now they go on the rear diff. They actually lift the shock up 3 inches, because on the back of the GQs, on the diff, they kind of triangulate down. They catch on a lot of rocks and stuff. Now, I want to do that pretty soon, because if you guys remember from when I built this, my bolt is actually quite rusty on one of the shocks, or the pin, or whatever you call it. So I want to do that soon, and in theory, I believe, because my shock is the limiting point of my flex at the moment, I should get 3 inches more flex, and it should still bump before the shock hits, so I shouldn't damage it. Now, obviously, after all this, I want to start driving the Patrol more. Obviously, we haven't been driving too much, but I do want to start getting out on the tracks and start smashing some of the well-known ones. But in the meantime, that's my plans for the Patrol. Now, we've still got to obviously finish Bogan Bus. He's not far away from being finished, but at the same time, he's far away, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's just a little bit of an update on the old girl. I know a lot of people ask me what's coming next, what are you doing next, that sort of thing. At the moment, I don't know. That was a massive attack. I mean, at the moment, I don't know what's coming next. It could be bloody anything. It probably these shock mounts, something like that. But hopefully we get the shed done. Actually, next week should be a shed episode. I've got some stuff lined up, and once the shed is humming, I should be able to do the metalwork a lot better, and should be honing in those bloody skills. So hopefully this video was all right, guys, and you enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next episode. If you guys want one of our new stickers, they are back in stock on the website, so check them out. We've got a couple of different colors. Appreciate all the support, and appreciate everyone watching as always. Deez and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Thanks heaps for watching. Catch you guys later. Peace.